Motherfucking motherfucker!
He's pulling his cock out!
Say my name.
Fucking 9-9.
G'day and welcome to the third round of the 4-minute piss season. We're here in Australia, home to Daniel Ricciardo and Oscar Piastri, as the drivers will face their toughest opponent yet, driving upside down. Now let's head to the anthem.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia
As the drivers coming through the final corners of the Australian Grand Prix to start this race. We've rotated the footage back home so it's still upside for y'all, but over here I can tell it's very weird and it'll be quite a challenge for these drivers to drive upside down. And with me commentating here today is Bruce McBruce to help me figure out this track as the green flag flies. And Moist Critical will bring us the green flag. Here at the Australian Grand Prix, how these drivers will deal with an upside down race is only up to them. Aaron Rodgers and Moist Critical side by side for the lead, and Moist Critical will hold on to P1 for now, but Aaron Rodgers with some speed on that other lane as we go through this straightaway. And Aaron Rodgers, for Pittsburgh's Most Wanted, takes the lead. Aaron Rodgers has not got a single point this season. How crazy would it be for a win here for him, Bruce McBruce? Well, it's more crazy than it's all my fault, kangaroo and koala, with my hands covered in Vegemite, mate. Don't know half the fucking things you just said, but Ronnie moves into second place, and our pole sitter, Moist Critical, falls down to third place. Kevin Hart will pass Gotifi for fifth place. His teammate, Danny DeVito, further down the road, last week's winner, looking for another top 10 finish here today. As Kevin Hart side by side with Walter White for fourth place. Can he get back-to-back podiums for his team? Scuderia Ferrari. Kevin Hart and Gotifi working together to pass Walter White. I don't like the look of that, mate. I like Walter White. He's a great dude. His blue mouth goes well with my Vegemite. It's my special recipe. Don't like to say this attack against Walter White. I want him to get a good finish here. Is there Kevin Hart will pass Walter White? Don't like to say that. Okay, Bruce, we're supposed to be neutral on this, but Kevin Hart does pass Walter White. Kevin Hart's into fourth place. He's now chasing down Moist Critical, our pole sitter, who will fall down into third place. Can he get back-to-back podiums for his team? As Ronnie trying to go to the inside of Aaron Rodgers, Ladrick Motorsports and Pittsburgh's Most Wanted. Both of them have teams in the Pit Lane Cup Series. Now they're side by side for the lead of Formula Piss. They have never won a race in either series. and now they're side by side for the lead. Pittsburgh's most wanted driver, Aaron Rodgers, leading so far. They're the Formula Piss team of Tax Division Racing back in the Pistain Cup Series. Different name, but they're still trying to get their first win in either of these two series. The Drake Motorsports also trying to get their first win, with Ronnie right behind Aaron Rodgers in second place. And it's Moist Critical, kind of a gap between them and Moist Critical in third, but Ronnie's right behind Aaron Rodgers, looking to pass him. As we're getting through the first lap of the Australian Grand Prix, these fans, I think, are going to be in for a fantastic race, as Ronnie going to the inside for the lead already. Going into turn one, side-by-side racing between Ronnie and Aaron Rodgers. Side by side, can Ronnie overtake them there? No. Back corner there for Ronnie. Aaron Rodgers in the first place. And while we miss that, Kevin Hart will pass Moist Critical for third. It looks like a double back-to-back podiums for Scuderia Ferrari. Good for them, the constructors. But now Ronnie trying to go back side-by-side with Aaron Rodgers with the lead heading into this turn. And Aaron Rodgers keeps getting this good burst of speed and holding on to this lead, as we now see the ticker. We're on lap 2 of 12. Aaron Rodgers still leading this race. And again, this is a very good battle for the lead, as Ronnie going into the inside yet again. Can he finally get him with the help of Kevin Hart? Kevin Hart, he's making another pass here, trying to get second place. Can he pass Ronnie into second place? Kevin Hart, I don't know if it's his height will be aerodynamic. Maybe Kevin Hart's so short that AI would just go around him, and he's into second place. I think Scuderia Ferrari has an unfair advantage. I mean, Danny DeVito won last time at Bahrain. Now, Danny DeVito's teammate, Kevin Hart, second place. I think they're so short they have an aerodynamic advantage on the rest of the field. Air goes right above them. Don't know why you started sounding Scottish towards the end there. It's like really bad. But anyways, Kevin Hart on the inside of Aaron Rodgers, right behind him, and Ronnie falls into third. Moist Critical into fourth. Our podium is a bunch of drivers who have never won before. Kevin Hart will go side by side with Aaron Rodgers for the lead. Kevin Hart trying to get back-to-back race victories for Scuderia Ferrari. And I think you're right, Bruce. I think they might just have an aerodynamic advantage over the rest of the field because of their driver's height. And Kevin Hart will take the lead here in Australia, trying to look for back-to-back wins for Scuderia Ferrari. You know, for Kevin Hart, you know, his teammate wins in the same car as him 2 weeks ago at Bahrain. A little bit of pressure from here. Maybe Kevin Hart trying to answer his teammate and gain a win himself. But Aaron Rodgers falls in second place. Kevin Hart leads us onto lap 2. 2 laps completed so far. 2 different leaders. Kevin Hart in first, Aaron Rodgers in second, and Ronnie in third. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, good dude. Right before this race, we had a darkness retreat, but we got bit by a bunch of snakes. Side by side with Walter White and Moist Critical for a top 5. And now Aaron Rodgers trying to go to the inside of Kevin Hart. Now Ronnie going to the inside of Aaron Rodgers. A good battle here for the podium positions. And Walter White will pass Moist Critical. Moist Critical started on pole. He's falling all the way to 5th now. Walter White up in 4th. Gotifi in 6th. He hasn't scored a point. Maybe it'll be that change today, as Ronnie goes the inside of Aaron Rodgers for second place. Both these drivers trying to get their first win for their team, for themselves. It's the 30th piss race between the two series, between Formula Piss and the Pistain Cup Series. How special it would be for either LaDrink Motorsports or Tax Division Racing Formula program, their Pittsburgh's Most Wanted, to get their first wins in the 30th race of the Formula Piss universe. Danny DeVito down on 8th. He won last week, 2 weeks ago at Bahrain. He's in 8th now. His teammate Kevin Hart, who finished 12th, is now in first place. He's got the 2 Stuart Sass Racing drivers attacking him, and he's a battle for the 12th place between Joe Rogan and Baby Driver for the final point. And now up the road, the 2 Stuart Sass Racing drivers, Lewis Hamlin and Tosi Stewart, they battled at Agartha. Now they're doing it again. Tosi Stewart getting pressure. Putting pressure on his teammate, Lewis Hamlin. Lewis Hamlin has finished behind his teammate every single race, and it looks like that again, as Tosi Stewart will pass Lewis Hamlin, his teammate. The Stuart Sass Racing drivers battling there. Gotifi battling with Danny DeVito. Can this be another good point save for Danny DeVito? If it's a good point save for Danny DeVito, he can go into first place in the points, as Moist Critical getting a lot of pressure from Brad Pitt. And Moist Critical has the last top 5 position. Danny DeVito on the inside of Gotifi. He can pass Carlson in points with a good finish here today. Eric Carlson, our points leader, is out of the points currently. And Gotifi goes off the track a bit. That gets an opportunity for Danny DeVito to go up in 7th place as we go up through the field. And Moist Critical trying to hold on to at least top 5 here today as Brad Pitt in 6th place trying to get his second top 5 of the season. He can also potentially get the points lead here today with a good finish. And his Superstats Racing drivers and his baby driver and his Joe Rogan in the final points paying position. And it's Abe Lincoln tracking them down, trying to get at least 1 point here today for his team. And it's Brad Pitt on the inside of Moist Critical into turn 1. Side-by-side racing here, but Moist Critical will go off the track a bit, but he holds on to his position. And now with this battle, Danny DeVito has caught up. If these two continue to battle, it can be an opportunity for Danny DeVito to pass both of them. Brad Pitt in that Pop-Tarts car. Pop-Tarts goes where with Vegemite, goes where with Shrimp and a Barbie. And he's side by side with Moist Critical. I like Moist Critical. I like his YouTube videos. Great food to eat with his videos is Pop-Tarts with Vegemite with Walter White Smith. Yes, Brad Pitt goes in the top 5. Moist Critical has fallen out of top 5. He's getting pressure from Danny DeVito. Side by side, Danny DeVito trying to capitalize off of this, trying to pass Moist Critical. And will he be able to do it there? Side by side racing between Moist Critical and Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito looking to take the points lead. They're still side by side. 6th place can be a great finish from him there, and he does. He passes Moist Critical, and Danny DeVito's up in the 6th. Now Gotifi trying to take advantage of Moist Critical. Moist Critical got passed by Brad Pitt. Now all these drivers taking advantage there. He just keeps losing more and more positions as more drivers are putting pressure on him, and the Superstats Racing drivers catching up with him. And now his teammate is battling with Toasty Stewart, and now Toasty Stewart falls into 12th place, the last points paying position here in Australia. And it's still Kevin Hart still leading, trying to get back-to-back wins for Scuderia Ferrari. And like Bruce said, I think the height thing has to do with it. Could be back-to-back wins. Danny DeVito is also threatening a top 5. So Scuderia Ferrari looking like the best team so far. Ronnie in 2nd, Aaron Rodgers in 3rd, and it's Walter White in 4th. Kevin Hart leading this race with only 1 point. Can these upside down racing actually help him? Well, I say do. He's great at it so far. And so is his teammate Danny DeVito trucking down Brad Pitt and Gotifi past Moist Critical while we're not watching there. Gotifi didn't get any points coming in this race now. He's threatening in top 5. And Moist Critical falls into 8th place. Danny DeVito in 6th. His teammate Kevin Hart in 1st place. Scuderia Ferrari can take the constructors lead from this result, and it's been an amazing season for them. Can they get back-to-back wins? With the 6th place finish, Danny DeVito will pass Carlson if he holds on to this points lead. He will pass Carlson for the points lead, and it's Carlson's teammate Aaron Rodgers in 2nd place right now. Sorry, 3rd place. And if that's the result there, then Tax Evasion Racing can get a good point stay here and potentially battle Scuderia Ferrari for the points lead as Joe Rogan goes off the track, and it's Abraham Lincoln now into 12th place with 1 point. And now I think that is Danica Patrick Starr passing Joe Rogan for 13th. And it's Scuderia Ferrari. Scuderia Ferrari has not gotten a single point this season. Can Danica Patrick Starr change that here today? But it's still Kevin Hart in 1st place, followed by Ronnie in 2nd, and Aaron Rodgers. And Ronnie in 2nd place has finished with points every single race. A win here today could challenge them with Danny DeVito and Carlson for the lead of the driver standings. And speaking of Danny DeVito, he's trying to pass Brad Pitt for 5th place, trying to get more of a buffer there in case Ronnie wins this race and potentially takes a points lead. But Brad Pitt holding on to the top 5, trying to get his second top 5 of the season. Danny DeVito as well trying to get back-to-back top 5s. He's right behind Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt finished, I think, in 3rd of the first race of the season. Can he get another top 5 here? But Danny DeVito right behind him. These two drivers ahead of the points. Brad Pitt, another driver who could threaten to take the points lead. And it's Ronnie right behind Kevin Hart. Can Ronnie take the points lead and get their first win for their team side by side between Ronnie and Kevin Hart? Ronnie trying to spoil the back-to-back wins for Scuderia Ferrari, but it's Kevin Hart holding on to that position. Ronnie was not able to do it there. Will Ronnie have another opportunity, or the laps running down and they were running out of opportunities? As we're almost halfway through this race, Kevin Hart still in first place, but Ronnie right behind them, challenging for the lead. Can Ronnie win this race? Aaron Rodgers in third, Walter White in fourth. Goteife in 7th place, but they all the way to 10th place. Baby Driver, they're all nose to tail there. Can you get some position changes there? As Ronnie right behind Kevin Hart, heading to lap 6, roughly halfway through this Grand Prix already. And it's Ronnie side by side with Kevin Hart for the lead. Can Ronnie get the win here? Side by side racing. Hart with a good exit on the corner there. Now Ronnie under pressure from Aaron Rodgers. Can Aaron Rodgers get back in his second place and potentially the lead right behind Ronnie? Can Aaron Rodgers get it done? It was great. Walter White in 4th place. It was great darkness retreat between the two of them. Taking Walter White Smith with Aaron Rodgers and Walter White. It was a great weight. Ronnie tries to go side by side for the lead, but in the sub-leading position to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers up in the 2nd place now, side by side with Ronnie. Can he get it done? Ronnie with some speed, coming off the exit of the turn, side by side racing for 2nd place. Now Ronnie could lose the position here, and Ronnie does. Aaron Rodgers back in 2nd place. Now Walter White with this battle. Can he capitalize and potentially get a podium here? They're nose to tail between 1st and 4th. Can Aaron Rodgers pass Kevin Hart for the lead and back into 1st place for Aaron Rodgers? He led the first lap, but it's been Kevin Hart the rest of the way. Can Aaron Rodgers regain the lead here? He's right behind Kevin Hart. Can he spoil Scuderia's Ferraris? Back-to-back wins. They're going to be side-by-side through the chicane. Side-by-side racing between Aaron Rodgers and Kevin Hart. Can Aaron Rodgers get Pittsburgh's Most Wanted / Texas Evasion Racing's first ever win in the 30th race? And it's Aaron Rodgers coming off of the corner. He's got a little bit more speed there, and it's Aaron Rodgers passing Kevin Hart for the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. Aaron Rodgers back in the 1st place. Kevin Hart in 2nd, Ronnie in 3rd, and it's Walter White in the top 4. It's an amazing battle for the podiums. I don't think it's going to end anytime soon, as Kevin Hart trying to get back to the lead already. Side-by-side racing yet again. And now Ronnie passes Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is unable to do that. He passed by Ronnie. Now he's gained some pressure from Walter White there. Kevin Hart goes from leading this race, might go out of the podium positions. That's how quickly things can change with this amazing podium battle here. But it's Aaron Rodgers back to the lead of the Australian Grand Prix, coming off of the final corner as we're halfway through this race, heading to lap going from 6 to 7. Aaron Rodgers will regain the lead, coming to the line. Aaron Rodgers back in the lead. Can he get the first win for his team? But it's Ronnie in 2nd place, trying to get their first win as well. Right behind him, through the corners there, right behind Aaron Rodgers, unable to get the lead so far, I'm pretty sure. Despite constantly being in 2nd place, despite in the podium positions, Ronnie is the only current drivers in the podium who has not led a lap so far. And it's Danny DeVito trying to get some points back for Scuderia Ferrari. He's right behind Brad Pitt. What the fuck are these camera angles? But it's Tosi Stewart in 9th place, trying to get 3 straight points paying positions. Races in a row, but it's Baby Driver in 10th, chasing them down. And it's Anka Patrick Star up in 11th place, trying to get the first ever points for Scuderia Ferrari of the season. Danny DeVito side by side with the Patas car. Brad Pitt for 5th place. King Danny DeVito, your back-to-back top 5s. And he's unable to do with that. Let it loose off the corner. And he'll stay in 6th place. Brad Pitt, who's on the top 5. Walter White just kind of stuck in 4th place, but these podium positions keep on changing. Kevin Hart was leading, now he's in the 3rd place. Aaron Rodgers goes from 3rd to 1st, but Ronnie's still in 2nd place. Can it be here? And yes, it's for Ronnie. Can she win this race? Right behind Aaron Rodgers here. This can be her opening here in this straightaway. Coming off of this turn, can she do it? And she's not able to pass him there. And Kevin Hart is kind of losing them here. He goes through the field, and it's Moist Critical into 8th. Lewis Hamlin Tosi Stewart some pressure for 9th place. Baby Driver in 10th, right behind them. Can Baby Driver get back-to-back top 10s here? Baby Driver right behind Tosi Stewart for 9th place. Can a GBI car do it yet again? He's right behind Toasty Stewart for 9th place, trying to look for an opening here, right behind him. Going through the last couple of corners here, almost lap 8, roughly 2/3 away here, as Baby Driver will go to the outside of Toasty Stewart. Can Baby Driver do it? Can he beat the first winner of the series? And he's unable to. Toasty Stewart will hold on to 9th for now. Danica Patrick Star in 11th, trying to get Scuderia Ferrari's first points. Lewis Hamlin in 12th, and she's forming a gap between herself and 12th place Toasty Stewart. Toasty Stewart getting some pressure from Jeffy, a podium finisher from last race. Carlson here in 13th or 14th. Carlson, the points leader, not getting any points so far here today. Can her teammate Aaron Rodgers in the lead? Can this be a change for Pittsburgh's most wanted? Carlson got points in every race, but now they're out of the points. But their teammate Aaron Rodgers looking like they're going to get the win. Their first ever win for Pittsburgh's most wanted and Tax Evasion Racing. Tax Evasion Racing hasn't won a race after this is their third season, still hasn't won a race in the Piston Cup Series. But can their luck change in the open wheel racing? Is Aaron Rodgers forming the Piston, Pittsburgh's most wanted, leading this race. Brad Pitt still in 5th place, followed by Danny DeVito in 6th. Can he get 2 top 5s? Then it's Go Tiffy in 7th, and it's Moist Critical in 8th. And now Toasty Stewart still getting pressure from Baby Driver, holds on the 9th for now. And it's Lewis Hamlin, goes outside of the track a little wide there. And it's Jeffy, the podium finisher from last race, into 12th place, into that final points paying position. It's Lewis Hamlin. Still has not gotten a single point since finishing second at Agartha in the first race. And it's Baby Driver trying to pass Lewis Hamlin's teammate for 9th place there. Not good news for Success Racing. And Baby Driver will pass Toasty Stewart. Toasty Stewart falls in the 10th. Lewis Hamlin falls out of the points to 13th. Success Racing led the constructors at the beginning of the season with a 1-2, and they're just losing points left and right here. Can Toasty Stewart get one back here? Trying to go side by side with Baby Driver, trying to regain that position. I don't know if they can do it there. Side by side racing, and Baby Driver will hold on for 9th now. It might be a bad point inside for Success Racing, but it's not for sure. Ferrari, they're 3rd. And Danny DeVito's in 6th, trying to get up in the top 5. Can be a double top 5 for Scuderia Ferrari. And it's still Aaron Rodgers in 1st place, Ronnie in 2nd, trying to get some laps led here. And it's Kevin Hart in 3rd, and it's Walter White in 4th. Aaron Rodgers coming off the final couple of corners, about to finish lap 8 onto lap 9. We're roughly 3/4 of the way through the Australian Grand Prix. Bruce McBruce, I think these drivers had done very well. No accidents so far, despite driving upside down for the first time. But it's Aaron Rodgers who has not scored a single point leading this race. I think he's very good in this upside down racing. You can say that again, but I don't think this race is over yet. As Ronnie goes inside of Aaron Rodgers for the lead. Can Aaron Rodgers get his doctor's retreat that he had this week? I think he's keeping him here today with the Vegemite Airhead and Walter White Smith. I think those combinations from Aaron Rodgers is changing his season, and he's opened the lead at Australia. And it's Danica Patrick Star passing Baby Driver for 10th place. Can Danica Patrick Star get the position there? She's not able to. Scuderia Ferrari really needs those points. Get 0 points so far. Any points will help for that time. Still some pressure for Baby Driver as Danica Patrick Star right behind him. Can Baby Driver hold on to 9th place or go back to 10th place almost in melee? And it's Toasty Stewart in 11th place, into the top 10. Still get at least 2 points here today, but not to finish Success Racing looking for. And it's Danica Patrick Star to the outside of Baby Driver for 9th place, and Danica Patrick Star in 9th place, exactly the finish they're looking for. Actually, both the drivers died in the first race. They haven't get a single point so far this season. And if Danica Patrick Star holds on in 9th place, it will be 6 points for Scuderia Ferrari. Things stand, LaDrink Motorsports and Scuderia Ferrari will get back-to-back podiums and back-to-back races. So those teams look to be at the front of the constructors, and those podiums were with different drivers. As Danica Patrick Star getting some pressure from Baby Driver and Toasty Stewart, but Danica Patrick Star will hold on there. Scuderia Ferrari hasn't got a single point this season. It'd be a great finish here if she's able to hold off both Baby Driver and Toasty Stewart right behind her going through the straightaway. Their nose to tail from 9th to 11th. Can Baby Driver get back in the top 9. Can Tosi Stewart finish in the top 10? Danica Patrick Starr trying to hold on to the top 10. And it's going to be side by side between Danica Patrick Starr and Baby Driver going through the field, side by side racing. Moist Critical up the field. Maybe they can catch him, but this battle keeps on going as Baby Driver will pass Danica Patrick Starr, and it's into 10th place for Danica Patrick Starr. Tosi Stewart in 11th. It would be back-to-back 11th place finishes if Tosi Stewart finishes there, who won the first race. But Aaron Rodgers in the lead. His teammate Carlson was leading the point standings, but now Aaron Rodgers looks to be the driver to win for Pittsburgh's Most Wanted as we're 3 laps to go. But Ronnie and Kevin Hart still have a chance. Go Tiffy in 7th, Moist Critical in 8th, Baby Driver in 9th. Danica Patrick Starr falls to 10th place, but she's still looking to get some more points here today. Tosi Stewart in 11th, and it's Jeffy in 12th. The final points paying position. Can Danica Patrick Starr immediately get back in 9th place? Is in a good battle the past couple laps between Baby Driver and Danica Patrick Starr, and this battle is slowing them up, and it could be Jeffy getting some positions as you catch up to this battle from 9th all the way to 12th now. There's now a little bit of a battle between these 4 drivers as you go up through the field, and it's Aaron Rodgers and Kevin Hart who have led most of the laps here today. But it's Ronnie who in 2nd place has been in there the whole race. Can Ronnie potentially steal this win for both Aaron Rodgers and Kevin Hart? And can Walter White potentially steal Kevin Hart's podium position? Walter White gaining position on Kevin Hart, trying to get a podium here. I would absolutely love a podium finish with Aaron Rodgers and Walter White. I think my Dr. Street really helped in there, as they're both challenging for podium positions. Jeffy finished in 2nd place at Bahrain. They're in 12th right now, Australia. Their teammate Ronnie finished in 8th or 9th at Bahrain. Now they're in 2nd place. And it's Lewis Hamlin in 13th, Abraham Lincoln in 4th, trying to get back into points paying positions, but it's quite a gap between them. And Walter White is right behind Kevin Hart. The top 2 drivers have kind of worked together to pull away from Kevin Hart in 3rd, and it's side by side between Walter White and Kevin Hart. This is not going to help them catch the leaders, and Kevin Hart will hold on to Walter White there, but that's just going to slow them both down and potentially lose their shot at winning this race. That just slows them both down. It's Kevin Hart still in 3rd place, but Walter White still determined to get a podium for himself and his team. And we're going through the field again. Can Danica Patrick Starr pass Baby Driver, or will they stay there? Going through the field, Aaron Rodgers coming off the final turn. He's got 2 laps left to try to get his team's first ever victory in Formula Pist in the Pist universe, as Aaron Rodgers takes 2 to go. But it's Ronnie in 2nd place. She can still steal this win away from Aaron Rodgers. She's been up there in the podium positions all day. Can she finally take the lead when it matters most as the laps head down, as we're through to the final 2 laps of this Grand Prix? All the points paying drivers coming to 2 laps to go. Jeffy, this is the gap between 12th and 1st. It's basically a minute. And there's a gap between 12th and 13th. Lewis Hamlin and Abraham Lincoln trying to get some points here. Going through the field, and Carlson is back in like 17th despite their teammate being in 1st place, and Carlson leading the points. Not a good day for them. Going through the field here, and it's just all of them having bad days here today. Jesse Pinkman starting 6th, outside of the top 12, deep in the field. Going through the field here, and it's just a sad shot. Stingray Robb, who finished in the points last week, in last place, but it's Aaron Rodgers already into the yeses. There you see the gap between last and 1st. They're roughly halfway through this racetrack as the last place cars take 2 to go. Aaron Rodgers, can he hold on to this win? But Ronnie is right behind him through the yeses. It's going to be an amazing battle as we're going to head to 1 lap to go. Bruce, who's going to win this? Oh, I think Aaron Rodgers has it down. He just needs to hold on for 2 laps. I think the power of Vegemite and Myth and a Darkness Retreat has completely changed around his season from no points to finishing in first here today. But it's going to be side by side between Ronnie and Aaron Rodgers. Ronnie trying to take the lead, trying to steal this win away from him. If Ronnie gets around Aaron Rodgers, they could potentially lead a championship against Danny DeVito. It's going to be a tight battle between Carlson, Ronnie, and Danny DeVito for the lead of the point standings after this race. But if Ronnie can get this win, Ronnie, determined to get a win, will be really helpful for them in the points, right behind Aaron Rodgers. Can Aaron Rodgers hold on to this? But I think Ronnie might be able to win this race. Going through the final corners, I think Ronnie might be able to steal this race with 1 lap to go. Aaron Rodgers will come off the final turn for the second and last time as he's taking us to the white flag. Ronnie right behind him. This race is still up in the air, unlike the domination of Danny DeVito. Last race at Bahrain is going to come down to the last lap. Aaron Rodgers takes us to the white flag, and it's Ronnie in second place. And third is Kevin Hart, and fourth and Walter White. Who will get the podium? Who will win here today? And it's the gap between third place and second. And now it's Danny DeVito trying to finally get in the top 5. He's been behind Brad Pitt for so many laps, and he's waiting till the final lap to finally pass him. But Brad Pitt goes off the track there, and it's Danica Patrick Star back in the 9th. Baby Driver in 10th. Toasty Stewart in 11th, and 12th is Jeffy. And Danny DeVito side by side with Brad Pitt. Can he finally pass Brad Pitt after these last couple of laps? Can Danny DeVito get back-to-back top 5s? Like I said, I think these short drivers have an aerodynamic advantage. Kevin Hart in third, Danny DeVito trying to get 5th place, and he's got some speed off that corner and will pass that Hot Tots car for 5th place. And the shorter rear Ferrari teammate is in third, and that's more pressure for Ronnie. Last week's winner, Danny DeVito, with another top 5. Ronnie needs to pass Aaron Rodgers if they want a shot at leading the point standings. They're right behind Aaron Rodgers, running out of opportunities, less than a lap to go. Can Aaron Rodgers hold in this race, or will Ronnie steal this win and potentially lead the driver standings coming out of Australia? They're right behind Aaron Rodgers. A fight for the win, a fight for shots at the front of the field in the driver standings. Ronnie goes the inside there, and Aaron Rodgers goes off the track there, but he'll hold on to the lead for now. Ronnie right behind him. Aaron Rodgers loose all over the place. This is not the time for Aaron Rodgers to choke it going through the final corners. This is Ronnie's final opportunity. Can Ronnie steal away this win? It's going to be side by side through the final corners. Australia, Ronnie side by side with Aaron Rodgers. Gets the lead for a second, but it's a massive mistake from them on that corner. And Aaron Rodgers is holding on to the lead for now. And it's through the final corners. I think that might have been Ronnie's last opportunity. Through the final corners of the Australian Grand Prix, Ronnie tried to get the win and challenge for the standings, but it's Aaron Rodgers for Tax Evasion Racing. They've never won a race in Piston Cup Series. They're in their 3rd season, but it's their open wheel driver for Formula Piss for Pittsburgh's Most Wanted. Aaron Rodgers will win the 3rd race of the Formula Piss season, and its 2nd is Ronnie, 3rd is Kevin Hart, 4th Walter White, and 5th is Danny DeVito. Another top 5 for him, double top 5 for him. He could take the driver's standings after 3 races. And 6th is Brad Pitt. 7th is Gotifi. 8th is Moist Critical. 9th is Danica Patrick Star, the first points finish for Scuderia Ferrari. And 10th is Baby Driver. 11th is Toasty Stewart. And then 12th, it's Jeffy. Despite not getting a single point before, Aaron Rodgers wins the 3rd race. In 2nd is Ronnie, who finished in the points for all three races so far. They'll get high up in the points. Kevin Hart in 3rd, Walter White in 4th, Danny DeVito in 5th after winning last week. Double back-to-back top 5s for him there. Back 2 top 5 finishes for Scuderia Ferrari. 6th is Brad Pitt, who finished on podium in the first race. Gotifi gets his first points paying finish in 7th. 8th is Moist Critical, the pole sitter for this race. Danica Patrick Star finishes in 9th place in the first points of the season for Scuderia Ferrari. And 10th is Baby Driver, another top 10 for him. Toasty Stewart won the first race of the season, but now he's got back-to-back 11th place finishes. And 12th is his 2nd place finisher from last week, Jeffy, getting only 1 point here today. Lewis Hamlin in 13th will get yet another no-point stay for him. Abe Lincoln, who finished on the podium last race, is in 15th. Pierce and Verstappen still have not gotten a single point for Apex GP. And last is Shaq and Stingray Robs in 25th. And the points leader, Carlson, is in 19th. And speaking of the points, Danny DeVito takes the points lead after finishing 5th here today and 1st at Bahrain. Carlson got back-to-back fourth-place finishes, but finishing outside of the points here today will have them fall to second place. Tosi Stewart won the first race, but gets another 2 points here today that gets him to 30 points. He's tied with Brad Pitt with 30. Then it's Ronnie 29th. If Ronnie got the win, they could be second in the point standings right now, giving a battle to Danny DeVito. In 8th is Aaron Rodgers after winning today and leading the most laps. In 7th is Paige Callahan, who got 2 points-paying finishes in the first 2 races, finished outside the points here today. In 8th is Walter White with 22 points. Then it's Jeffy with 21. Lewis Hamlin with 20. Still has not got a single point after their podium in the first race. Jesse Pinkman was 20. Kevin Hart with a podium today will get him to 19 points. Abe Lincoln stays at 18. Then it's Baby Driver with 16. Shaq with 14 points still. Gotifi with his first points will get 10 points. Rogan still with 8. Yimi Janssen and Moist Critical still tied with 8 points to teammates. Danica Patrick Star with 6 points. Important points for their team, first of the season for them. Statue of Liberty with 4. Stingray Robb with 4. And Hank Harvick, Joshua Pierce, Leon Kennedy, and Lily Verstappen have still not gotten a point. And Shorter Faria Ferrari will take the points lead by 1 point with the back-to-back top 5s for Danny DeVito and the double top 5 here today between the teammates with 59 points. In second, it's Pittsburgh's most wanted. Carlson was the old points leader, and with Aaron Rodgers' win today, they're with 58 points. Stewart's Ass Racing falls from first to third in the standings with 50 points, tied with their Drink Motorsports. Like Shorter Ferrari, they get back-to-back podiums, but they're down, tied with third in the points with Stewart's Ass Racing. Fourth is Gabe's Biggest Inspirations with 42 points, tied with Los Polos from Honest Racing. Then it's Polaric Inc. Racing with 38, Team USA Racing with 22, Legacy Mid Club with 16, Last Road Motorsports with 14. They're only points from Shaq. Benier with 14, but both their drivers have gotten points. Scuderia Ferrari finally gets their first points from Danica Patrick Star. They have 6 points in Apex GP, still looking for the first points of the season. We'll be back in 2 weeks for the US GP.